some of the tips for bulk import, how to avoid errors. One is, of course, use always the correct template. Even though you might be using a template frequently, we always recommend that you download the latest template from here, because sometimes when you upgrade to new versions, there might be minor changes in the template. So you always download the latest template from here. And when you're uploading, you make sure that you select the correct record type, because what happens is when you come to this page, it is always this is what is selected. And by mistake, you might upload a specimen file and the system will not recognize it. So you need to take care of two things. One is you select the correct record type, and you in the uploaded file, it should be the template matching to the template of this particular record type. That is the first error you need to make sure. Always save the file as CSV, because sometimes if you're using Excel, the Excel will by default save it as .xlx, and that will not work in OpenSpecimen. Use vocabulary defined in OpenSpecimen. Now, what's this? So now when you're creating a new participant in OpenSpecimen, so you see that there are some fields which are drop downs. So this is what is standard vocabulary fields. Like these are fixed values. So now for gender, I can't put things like FEM, right? I need to put the whole word as female. That's when the system will recognize that the gender is female. And similarly for vital status, you can't just put A for alive, right, in your data. The system now then will not recognize that. So for any fields that are drop downs or radio buttons or multi-select, so those kind of fields where there are fixed values, you need to make sure that you follow the same values that are in OpenSpecimen. And now if you want to refer what values are there, there is this drop-down managers. You can go to extras and access the drop-down manager to see the values in the drop-down. But if you don't have access to drop-down manager, we also have, let me just go into our wiki page now. This is the right time to show you that. If I go to participants CSV wiki page, here if you see, for every template, the standard templates of OpenSpecimen, we have a separate wiki page, and it has a data dictionary table which has every column in the template defined, and it also defines whether it's an optional field, and if it is a drop-down field, oops, sorry, I clicked back by mistake. If it's a drop-down field, it also lists the values here. So you will be able to refer to this as well when you do the bulk import. So that's the other tip, that you need to make sure that the values are matching to the enumerated values in OpenSpecimen. The next tip is you should not miss any mandatory fields. I just showed you that this page shows you which are mandatory. If you forget filling any of the mandatory fields, then the system will throw an error for that.